Welcome, YouTube. We are live. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. What do we got here? Oh, what's up here? There we go. Welcome, YouTube. Good to see everybody. I'm having a hard time getting you guys. There we go. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, Zoom. How's everybody tonight? Good to see you. All right. All right. Some of you, I know you didn't get the IDI, the text message. I don't know why my text messages weren't working, but it's a money. We're talking money tonight. Show me the money. So we're going to talk money tonight and see how it goes. All right. All right. So let's get started. All right. How is everyone? Okay. So we're going to get started. As always, I'll let everybody kind of slide in as we go, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Truth Tribe. Thank you for being here. I am Daune Thompson. I am known as the Soul CEO Activator. I am here to activate the boss inside of you. I decode the boulder so you can design the life that you truly deserve. Truth Tribe is to illuminate self-awareness of your health, wealth, and love. Remember that you are all perfect. There's nothing wrong with you. Although it may feel it sometimes, you're absolutely perfect. Truth Tribe is to illuminate the self-awareness of your health, of your wealth, and of your love, and everything in between. I love you guys. And sometimes we feel like we're not loved. I do. I appreciate you. I know you show up for these calls, and I want you to know I'm grateful. I've been grateful for all of you who show up week after week after week and listen to the replay. So thank you. Remember that you do not need an astrology chart for Truth Tribe, but if you do want to follow along, it sure helps for self-awareness during the planetary update. So if you want to go grab a free chart, go to ideserveitnow.com and tap on free astro in the header and you can grab your chart to follow along. All right, so tonight's topic, show me the money. The frequency of worth. So the current phrase I'm hearing is show me the money, Dawn. Like show me how to be rich. Make my charged water, bring me luck, which we all talk about it, right? I have these coasters and the coating on them to code your water and drink your water. But I hear show me the money. And the big breakthrough is you attract what you feel. What you feel is your value. And we don't even realize we're doing it. But in order to feel it, you must see your soul craves stillness. But we rarely stop long enough to listen to it. We chase success, we chase clients, we chase recognition, freedom, right? But what we're really chasing is union with our own worth. The ache that you feel when you slow down isn't laziness. It's your soul saying, see me, value me. Money is it's not your reward, it's your reflection. Like I shared with all of you, we are energetic beings, and what we see coming in our reality is a reflection of us. It flows where you see your value clearly, and it disappears where you outsource your worth. And when I was young, a little story for you. I was thinking about this today and it just came up. I had this teacher that told me, you can't do that. And I honestly can't even remember what the teacher told me I couldn't do. And so, of course, I came home and I told my mom, right? And she said, oh, hell no, right? Basically, probably more subtle to a 6-year-old, right? But I had this mom who was like the queen of the corporate world and truly a badass in a world full of men. But she was a very busy lady, hard to pin down. But the one thing I can always be grateful for was the one word she did not allow me to say, or I literally get grounded. And I knew it. And that one word was can't. It was my only rule. And now fast forward to high school, then into college, which I almost quit, by the way, another can't moment that she wouldn't accept. And especially in my career. And I remember thinking, well, if I can't say can't, and we're all struggling, these people are struggling, why are we making things so hard? Right? Why don't we just use their astrology chart to see where they can grow authentically instead of forcing them to do stuff that doesn't work? And I remember a business friend saying, you can't say that, Dawn. It's too woo-woo. They won't take you serious. Just where you're sitting right now in your room, raise your hand if you were told you can't do that, fill in the blank. And from that day forward, all through college, all through growing up, and if anyone said you can't, I just thought, okay, I said, watch me. I used it with my kids. It was their only rule. If you can imagine sometimes when I would hear like, mommy, right? Sissy said a swear word, and I'm like, what word, right? You know, the C word. And you can imagine the C words that like went through my mind, but they would always recover and say, oh, no, 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 I didn't say that. Yes, I can, Mom. Their brains would reset instantly and they found a way. And the most successful leaders in life, the ones you know, are the ones you are watching living from their authentic soul. From what their soul said, I can because it's who I am. And they did. We have been given an illusion of external value. We were taught that security, validation, and love come from outside of us, that stupid teacher. And from performance, production, and approval of what you can't do. But the truth is, the more we try to control our outer world, the further we drift from our inner wealth. And when you surrender to your soul's truth to begin being who you truly and actually are, you stop chasing results and you start magnetizing reality, your reality. And if you can't express yourself fully, you begin to build a cage of control, protecting yourself from failure instead of presenting yourself in your fullness. Money doesn't respond to perfection. It responds to presence. Are you real in here? Solitude and stillness show you who you truly are, not the version that the world trained you to sell. And that's what you were trained. And so it's time to dissolve problems into presence. Every money problem is just a reflection of where you've forgotten your value. It's not about the numbers, my friends. It's about the noise between you and then your truth. And when you dissolve problems into presence, you see clearly. You were never broke. You were just disconnected from your soul. You have to lose yourself in the illusion of wealth, success, and worthiness only to awaken to what's real. You're not broken. And you're like, that's not me. That's not me. You're being broken open right now. Everybody on the planet right now is being broken open. And it's uncomfortable. I know. I get it. So it's like, I need more money. They're telling me, I need more money. There's not enough. Everything's so expensive. Everything's this, and I'm not going to have it. And they're going to give me some. No, they're not. And it's just insanity. Every challenge that comes up for you cracks your shell so your soul can rise up the lighthouse stairs, seeing that pain and pressure aren't punishment, they're promotions. You don't heal your worth and your money by avoiding the dark financial rooms. You heal by turning on the light and owning what's there. Every category of your life, money, health, love, purpose, it's a classroom. Money just happens to be the one that tests your confidence the fastest. And each time you sit still and say, what is my truth here? Instead of, what do they need me to be? Or how much will this cost me? Your worth will recalibrate because stillness is wealth. It's the frequency where money recognizes you as its match. But if you don't know who you are, it's going to match what you think you need to be. And so we have to get into compassion versus codependency. That is what currency is. In relationships, think about it from that perspective. You can overgive, you can lose yourself. You must know yourself. In business and in money, it's the same. Overgiving discounts, it discounts your value. Undercharging underestimates it. Overworking overshadows your value. The world is full of professional sufferers. And I'm telling you, I hear it all day long. Why we're suffering, who did what to you, why this is happening. The ones addicted to scarcity and crisis, they will always call you on your generosity, your discounts, your energy, not to grow, but to avoid their own responsibility. You must stop cleaning up other people's financial storms. Your kindness is energy. Your energy is the currency. You don't grow wealth by cushioning others from their lessons. You grow it by holding stillness and believing they're capable just as much as you are. That's compassion with boundaries. Empathy removes their pain. Remember the difference between empathy and compassion. Empathy says, I feel your pain and I'm going to take it away so you don't have to feel it, but they have no idea how to get out of it. Compassion reminds you of your power and says, I believe in you. That simple phrase, I believe in you, is your money lottery. It is what others feel valuable and worthy in hearing those words from you, like you believe that I can have it too. I absolutely do. Not I'll fix it so you don't have to see what you're worth, but we do it all the time. The new currency that you must master is confidence. Every time you hold your worth steady instead of chasing validation, you raise your rate in the quantum field. Right? People who thrive in chaos will call you selfish for choosing calm. Let them. You're not withholding, you're protecting your light. Money doesn't come from hustle, it comes from harmony to your alignment of your soul. It doesn't like panic, it loves presence, stillness, owning your soul. Stillness is the ultimate wealth code. Is this for me? It's you standing as the lighthouse in the center of your wheel, shining without effort, attracting every opportunity that matches your upgrade words and actions as a frequency. Money is the physical form of energy, and your energy is your real currency. Every cell in your body runs on it. Every thought either deposits or withdraws from it. Do you even question your thoughts? Do you think about the thoughts? Are these money thoughts or are these crisis lack thoughts? So if your energy is your ATM machine, what's your current balance? I want all of you to evaluate yourself on energy, not the physical paper, right? You have an energy budget that determines your entire quality of life. And most people spend it like they're handing out 20s in the parking lot, right? To people, to projects, to problems that never pay them back. You'd never give cash to random strangers. So why are you giving your energy to things that deplete you? Every text, every task, every sure I'll help. That's a check from your energetic checkbook. And the universe always clears your check. It always pulls it out. You have to start being energetically frugal. Audit where your energy is going because that's where your money is going to. So if your energy is going, I don't deserve that, I don't need that, I don't want that, that's where your money's going to get less, to get lack, to get nothing. Ask yourself before you spend it, will this deposit into my life or drain my account? Because your energy is your worth in motion. Spend it consciously, my friends. Invest your energy wisely. Budget it like your soul depends on it, because it does. Your soul has the power move. Stop rescuing and start receiving. Every time you fix someone, discount yourself in some way. Discount something in your company business life. or explain your value, you leak energy that could have been money, time into your energy bank. So be still enough to feel your value. State it without flinching. Let others rise to meet it or walk away. Because money doesn't respond to need, it responds to knowing. I know I'm worth this. And the money will appear, the thing will appear, the people will appear. You are not waiting to become valuable. You are value in motion. You don't need to chase abundance. You are frequency it's looking for. And when you become still enough to see your own worth, money stops testing you and starts trusting you. Please hear that. When you become still enough to see what you're worth, I have an I deserve it company. That is my brand for a reason. When you are still enough to see I'm worth it, I deserve it, money will stop testing you and start trusting you to be deserving of it. Only you can determine your worth, and you have to start by saying, yes, I can raise my energy bank. Watch me. It's a whole different ball game, but you're not even questioning. You're thinking about things that will deposit into you if you spend the money on it. Or if you're overspending on things, is this going to do anything for me? No. Every energy, every action, every move you make is a value. Now, if you have your birth charts with you, I want you to think about lighthouse astrology. Where's the tie-in here of your own personal soul? Okay, so if you have your birth chart, now imagine you're standing in the center of your lighthouse and there's 12 rooms around you, and you're standing in the center of your birth chart. Find the second house, Taurus, it's naturally ruled by Taurus, and the eighth house, Scorpio. These are your value vaults, right? This axis is the self-worth and shared power vaults. Your houses will be ruled by different signs, but together, 2 and 8, they reveal how confidently you hold your own value and how easily, this is a big one, that you trade it away for emotional or financial safety. You give up your value and worth and money for financial or emotional safety. You give your energy because you think emotionally it will make you feel better, and it doesn't, it drains you. That second house is self-worth and your personal currency. That house, that the second room in your lighthouse is where your worth lives rent free. It governs what you own, what you earn, and what you allow yourself to receive. So when you're inner, that's the natural Taurus house, right? It's naturally ruled by Taurus. You have a different sign probably ruling that house for you. Some of you have Taurus there. But that second house is steady. Money, when it's strong and you know who you are there, money flows easily because you know your price without apology. When it's off balance, you undercharge, you overgive, or you justify your value instead of embodying it. Your power move is, I no longer have to prove my worth, I express it. I have Cancer ruling my second house. I create security for people. I show them how to be secure in their boss mode and nurture themselves first and their soul first instead of out there. That's how I receive money. It's very vivid, very real. When I started doing that, the whole game changed. Choose what really feels valuable to you, my friends, and hold your rate, your standards, and your energy like it's sacred energy, sacred currency. Then you go to your eighth house, naturally ruled by Scorpio, but this could be a different sign for you. This is your shared wealth and your energetic exchange. So this room in your lighthouse, the eighth room, governs transformation, intimacy, and other people's money. All the energetic agreements that you make with people, and it shows where you merge power or you lose power, where you invest or where you bleed energy. The shadow here is control, the urge to manipulate outcomes instead of trusting your magnetism. This is knowing yourself. I have Capricorn in my eighth house. So I transform people by engaging in contracts with them and creating a foundation that they can build off of their soul. The power move in this house is I don't chase, I attract by being. Release the fear that someone else controls your resources, because a lot of times we think that they're going to tell me if I'm worth it. They're going to tell me if I'm worth the job. They're going to tell me how much I make. They're going to tell me if I can have emotional support. They're going to fill me. It's because of them I can't have it. True wealth multiplies when you stop managing others' reactions and you start managing your own vibration, my friends. Period. So when this second and eighth house align, money stops being emotional drama and becomes energetic precision. This is what we learn in Soul Masters 180, by the way. So if you haven't tapped in, set up a meeting with me, it's a very small group that I'm letting into this first wave. If you haven't tapped into Soul Masters 180, go to soulmasters180.com, set up a meeting with me, because you kind of have to be at a level that you're already ready to take this program on. There's various levels to do it, but that's how this course is about energetic precision. And when you know that, you can check the signs ruling your second and eighth house, as well as the planets impacting the party in those rooms of your house. See how you're handing your physical money out, your physical currency out. It matches your emotional currency. Because you balance, when you balance giving and receiving, ownership and exchange, confidence and surrender, it's a game changer. You remember that wealth isn't about accumulation, it's about circulation. But if your circulation is in lack, you're going to receive it in lack. And you're going to be exhausted energetically. Your ATM will be out of money. So audit your energy like a bank account. Every leak of time, every leak of emotion, underpricing is currency leaving your field. I want you to plug it with presence and saying, is this who I am? Is this situation or action supporting my energy bank? Because stillness is your new investment strategy and your return is freedom, because you've chosen your value. You've chosen what you're worth. It's a game changer. But we don't know who we are. And so we go and apply everyone else's theories and ways and experiences on to make money, and it doesn't work. And we're like, why is this not working for me? Because it's not authentic. So let's go to a planetary update. People have been asking me what's going on in the sky, and there's quite a bit, my friends. So there's a new moon next week in Scorpio, so I'm prepping you a week ahead, November 20th. There's a new moon. Remember, new moons are new beginnings, new starts. And it's in Scorpio, which I just brought up. Money, power, and truth are coming in hot, my friends. So this new moon in Scorpio isn't here to sprinkle abundance dust. It's here to rip the training wheels off your worth. Scorpio energy doesn't flirt, it exposes. It's going to drag your money stories out of the shadows and make you own them. And if you've been undercharging, overgiving, or waiting for someone to see your value, this lunation, this moon cycle is your wake-up slap, and you're gonna feel it. This is where you die to the version of you that discounted yourself, and you're rebirthing to the version that is the most beautiful, badass value you've ever had. Money doesn't follow effort, it's going to follow your embodiment. So I want you to ask yourself these questions on this new moon for the next week. What am I still settling for that doesn't match my value? Think about it. What do I settle for? And that's not what I'm worth. And number two, if my worth had a price tag, what would it read? I'm worth $500,000. I'm worth $1 million. And your brain wants to go, no, you're not. No, you're not. You've got to start somewhere and ask yourself, do I not even believe in $5, 500, 5,000? You've got to find out where that sits and why you're holding back. And number three, what belief about deserving am I ready to bury for good? Because this Scorpio moon is going to ask you that. It's time to let it go. Remember that you are not becoming worthy. You're remembering how worthy you are. So let this moon be the contract signing between your soul and your new financial reality, energetically, emotionally, and physically. Okay, next big hot spot happening for everybody. Mercury retrograde. It starts on Wednesday, my friends, and you've all possibly even been feeling the shadow. It's been going on for the last 10 days. Okay. And so you're already feeling it. So it's time to buckle up because this Mercury's retrograde is moonwalking. So it's moving backwards from Sagittarius into Scorpio. Another Scorpio tap. Okay. And he's here. He's not here to ruin your life. He's here to return your power. Retrogrades get such a bad rap, and I love them because they're not no, they're slow. Take your time. They get a bad rap, but really, this one is pure gold for self-worth rehab. And I'm preparing you all, and I was like, I didn't know. I'm telling you here. Self-worth rehab is what this retrograde is. So nothing is a no. You're going to get everything you want. You just got to really review the version of your worth that you want. Money mirrors your mind, and Mercury is your mental accountant. It's how you think. So when he rewinds and he goes backwards, you get to audit your thoughts. Who taught you that busyness equals value? Ask yourself. Who told you asking for more was greedy? Why are you still negotiating your worth with people who can't afford your frequency? Here are the questions again. Who taught you that busyness equals value? Who told you asking for more was greedy? And why are you still negotiating your worth with people who can't afford your upgraded frequency? Because stillness is your superpower in this retrograde. Mercury retrograde wants you to pause and revisit. The more you chase, the more the money and value and energy will hide. The more you pause, the more you breathe and own your energy, the more currency recognizes you as its match. So you have to start asking yourself, what stories about money or success am I rewriting right now? Where am I leaking energy trying to prove my worth? How can I create stillness instead of stress in how I earn, charge, or receive? Can I just sit and ask myself that? Can I just sit and ask myself, how do I earn? How do I charge? How do I receive? Am I afraid to receive? A lot of people are. So when Mercury slows down, so should you, okay? You don't need to chase clarity. You become it when you're still. Money listens to calm confidence, not frantic frequency, okay? It's like the chaos around you, static, you can't focus. Same with the energy. It's that cosmic, that what's happening to all of you right now is it's that cosmic, I said what I said energy. And it means it. Slow down and listen to your value, listen to your worth, and upgrade. Value your time, value your energy, value your inner ATM. Okay? All right, everybody follow along with me. Tap into your thymus. This is your immune center, your nervous system. Repeat after me. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. Hear the vibrations in your throat. I know courage. I know love. I know truth. Okay, I'm going to open up to Q&A. Who's experiencing value and worthiness bank withdrawals from their soul? Or you've seen it, or you watched yourself do it. My goodness, friends, I've done this so many times. When I finally was like, I've been teaching this to my private clients, and again, we're really upgrading it in Soul Masters, is that when I finally really knew me, when I got to know me, and I said, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is who I am, I'm not moving, my worthiness and value bank just freaking exploded. And I didn't have to try. It all just kind of aligned. So I want you to think about that. Okay? Who are you, and are you sending out 20s, 30s, 50s, hundreds? Are you just printing money, printing energy, and printing time? and there's nothing coming back. You're going to run out of energy, money, and value. You've lowered your value. All right, someone says, how do we separate our paper money from our emotional feelings? That's actually a very good question. So the trick here that I'm trying to help you, I thought I could kind of get this across, but it's still, we're so attached to the external world being real. It goes back to the call I did with no spoon, right? There is no spoon. There is no paper money. So the trick is to stop looking at it is as if it's outside of you. To start acknowledging your fear of not having is simply a belief that you have in your mind, not a money block. Nobody has money blocks in their chart. They have blocks that say you could stop here or you could go the next level and bring it in big time. And you can raise your value by simply stopping the energy transactions with others where there is no deposit in return. It's that simple. Your paper money represents the energetic belief that you have that what you put out isn't worth it in return. And that you have to keep giving more and more and more, and maybe they'll see it. You're the only one that can see it. Okay? That's the separation. There is no separation because there is no paper money. There's only an energetic match. All right, someone says it's hard to admit, but I see where I waste my energy like it's nothing. Wow. Okay, so this is someone who, if I can say this, I'm just going to share it. This is someone who has just seen their worth in a now motion, in a now awakening, right? They were like, it's hard to admit, but I was wasting my energy. Like it was just not a thing. And this person now you can evaluate what energy you are willing to spend and what you are willing to receive. Because the paper money will represent your respect on your time, on your words, and the energy that you allow in and out. That's the difference. Does that make sense, my friends? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to open up to any other questions. They do not have to be on money, value, and worth, but that's that's the frequency on the planet right now, and it's why all these discussions are coming up. We also have Uranus that retrograded into Taurus, also rules, ruler of money. So it's this in and out energy, not letting you get too caught onto a belief and thought system anymore of going, is this it? No. Is this it? No. Is this it? Yes. Is this it? No. And you're doing a reevaluation. Okay? All right. So I want to give you a quick community update again. Again, I gave an announcement last week. I'm so excited. Soul Masters 180, the doors are officially open. If you are a leader or driven and you need to grow your soul into the next level, but you're stuck, you're burnt out, you've been playing small in any category of your life, this is your time to activate your soul CEO. Seats are limited. It is a mastermind event that is with me privately, and we are upgrading everybody. But it's time for us to elevate. And if you're there and you're like, I'm done playing small, this is for you, right? If you want to improve your health, your confidence, and your relationships and stop sabotaging your relationships by seeing, finally, you need to see the habits that drive your friends and your colleagues and your family crazy. That's what it's going to do. Instant understanding with AI of blocks in all 12 categories of your life. You're going to identify the current results and burnout playing small in a 6-week fast-paced diagnostic system with my AI chatbot as a clear strategy you're going to get designed for only your soul, and an accountability partner that is going to elevate your CEO moves. You will own what you speak out to the universe and to the community. There is no holding back, hiding. This is a full-on immersion, time to level up course. And it's a private group, it's a private mastermind, but it is the first. And so those who get in first, I want you to know if you are one of my VIP members, you received a VIP entrance email with a discounted code. So that discounted code, my friends, gives you a very big discount because I love you. And you have been with me so long and so supportive that I want to give back. That's my energy bank. All right. I'm feeling generous as well. So anyone who wants this early bird discount, I will give it to you. If you open up soulmasters180.com, click on the book a call with Dawn and we will explore if this is for you. It's for everyone, but there's a little work if you haven't done any work with me in the past. So let's chat. Click the link in the chat and schedule a call with me and we'll explore your next steps. Okay? If you need a copy of your free birth chart just to get started and a mini report, remember free Astro tab on my website, ideserveitnow.com. Okay? All right, my friends, that's it for tonight. It's time to raise your value, raise your worth. You aren't getting out of it in this next month. It's just a whole month of this. So I'm prepped you. I prepared you. People want the tools. I want the hack done. I want the tool. I want the reason. I want the planets, and I'm giving it to you. Now it's time to take action. So as always, find me if you have questions. Send me a DM in my social chat media. It's totally open. I'm here. You cannot make the excuse anymore. I have to do this alone because I'm here. Okay. So I will see you all on Monday. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I love you all. Brightest blessings. You guys have a great night. Take care.